This video is going to highlight the double standards of abuse in South Africa or even globally, because there's a phenomenon that exists in the current society that we have, that women in particular, not all women, but women in particular, they have this belief that if a woman is being violent towards a man needs to walk away and the man must take the higher road and turn the other cheek. And there is this expectation or this mindset amongst them that men are not supposed to be defending themselves. Men are not supposed to be trying to protect themselves from women that are trying to harm them. There are cases right now in South Africa where this young girl unalived her boyfriend. And the saddest part is there are women that are rejoicing in this society, particularly here in South Africa, where the name gender-based violence is not gender inclusive. This gender-based violence is only directed to women if they are being afflicted or they are being attacked by men. But the reality of the matter is, if women do certain things to men, people act like they're blind. People act like they don't know what's going on. And this is part of the problem of this society, or many societies where the so-called democracy and equality exists. Equality is a fucking illusion. It does not exist. It's an illusion. Equality is only beneficial if it's directed to women. But if things are supposed to be equal, people want to make excuses and all of these things. You'll find in some of the videos where people are discussing violence against men, there's always this mindset that what did he do to her? A woman would not just react. This man had to do something to her. As if women are not abusive. If you had to look at the global stats, the people who abuse children the most is women. Yes, there are men who do things inherently, but the reality of the story is most women are single mothers. And they inflict some of or most of the abuse against children. But nobody wants to talk about that. And now, if women are able to do these things to children that they gave birth to, what do you think about the men that they claim that they're in love with? They can do that. They're capable of that. And it's these double standards in society that try and excuse women from their behavior and bad behavior. We live in a society where, yes, there are men who have mental issues, but there are women who have emotional problems. They lack emotional regulation. They cannot control their behavior. They cannot control their thoughts. They are very reactive. Now ask yourself, if there is a large portion or there are many women that have the same condition of not being able to regulate their emotions correctly, what do you think they're going to happen if they have weapons on them? What do you think if they are dating men that are not abusive men? They are men who do not want to lift their hands up on women. Those women are going to abuse the situation. So we live in this society where abuse against men is something that people do not want to recognize. It does exist. It does exist. And in some of these cases, when men retaliate from the constant verbal and physical abuse that they are getting from their partners, there's an expectation for them to walk away. And if he defends himself, he becomes the perpetrator. Nah, this society is messed up. There's a lot of things that we need to deal with as a people. There's a lot of things that we need to work around. But we must never exist in a paradigm where gender-based violence is excused based on your sex. I always say this to people, nobody has the right to touch anyone. People must keep their hands to themselves. If a man hits you, you have the right to defend yourself as a woman. You have the right to go and report him to the police. Same as the man. If a woman hits you, if a woman attacks you with a weapon, you have the right to defend yourself and your life. Men are dying because you want to be heroes. You want to be strong men. And some of these women will wait for you to be drunk. They will wait for you when you're looking, and they will stab you. And you will lose your life. So walk away. If you have to defend yourself, born. Attack that girl. Defend her. Defend yourself, I mean. Defend yourself. These double standards needs to come to an end. Nobody has the right to touch anyone. Case closed. It's not a thing of being male or female. This is why the society is so messed up. We are excusing bad behavior just because people have vaginas and boobs. Nah. It doesn't work.